Hello guys, welcome to another video tutorial. Here we'll be talking about group policy management, okay, in an organization, okay, and we should know, okay, that group policy is basically used to provide policies, okay, to the AD object, that is act directory objects, okay. So here I'm going to be doing some basic, okay, configuration of group policy, which will make you understand everything basically about group policy particularly. So here I have my domain controller, okay, which is my DC1, and I would be configuring the policies on it. And before you configure policy, you need to know what you're configuring it for. Okay, so I have a user on my network, okay, which I want to just have a unique wallpaper all through the systems on the network. Okay, all the users, whenever they log on to your system, they should give them a unique company wallpaper, and the computer as well. I can use group policy to install applications on the computer, software applications, instead of going to the pieces one by one or one after the other, which would increase my effort when administrating. So I can minimize everything using group policy. So here I'm on my domain controller DC1. Okay, I am about to create a OUs, because basically group policies are applied to organizational units. So here we're going to be creating the OUs, a particular OU for the department, and we would have different OUs for the computers and the users, because we give policies to users. The policies we give to the users should be different from the policies we give to the computers. Okay, I believe you understand that. So let's quickly try it up and make sure everything works perfectly. So here on my domain controller, my domain, which is Vincent Tech blog.lab, I'm going to be creating a new OU called first underscore department. Okay, first department, and go for OK. Now under this department, I have an organizational unit class. I want to arrange everything in the proper way, called computers. Okay, so the computers of that department should be kept in that OU, and the same department I have another OU called users, whereby the users of that department will be kept here. So when I apply policies to the users, which will apply to the users I have here in this department, and when I apply policies to the computers, to affect the computers. So we are going to be applying policies for the users, like they shouldn't be able to change the wallpaper. That is, they should have a unique wallpaper all through the PCs in that department, and yeah, they shouldn't be able to do that. And they shouldn't be able to do some things, okay, which we don't want them to do. We're going to see how to do that using group policy. And also the users will be installing two applications on the system just for practical purposes. You can install, okay, as multiple as you want for that department. Now after creating this OUs, okay, I have my computer which has been joined to the domain here, which is client. I believe you see how to join a PC to the domain other tutorials I've created. So I'm just going to cut this, okay, because it's not supposed to be there. By default, every computer you join to the domain lies in the computer OU or computer container. So I'm going to cut this, paste it in the computers department. Okay, here, go for yes. Okay, that's computers. I'm going to paste it in the computers OU under the first department, and then the users. Okay, let's go ahead and create a new user that should be in this department. We're going to call him Vincent Day, and his logon name should be Vincent. Okay, and go for next, and password. Okay, his password, and it shouldn't be able to. Okay, it should be able to change his password to the next logon, and then we finish. Alright, here we have our departments, and we have a computer in that department here, and we have the users here. So after creating this, the next thing to do is to go ahead and configure your group policy. And take note of this: when you make a domain controller, by default your group policy is installed. Okay, you can easily go to the server manager to access it, but I access it frequently So I have it here called, these are the group policy management. So I'm going to click on that. Here I have it. Okay, by default, every OU we create on our domain would come here. As you can see, the first department we just created is showed up, and we have our computer OU and our user OU. So now to create a policy for the users in this OU, we right click on that OU and we'll go for create a group policy object in this domain and link it here. As simple as that. And we'll name our policy. Let's call it users policy. Okay, and we'll go for OK. Now guys, as you can see, a policy has been created with the name we gave to it. To edit that policy, right click on it and go for edit. Okay guys, now here you go for your policy. You say we want to give a unique wallpaper, so we have a lot of policies actually to give. So let's go for policies actually, administrative templates, and we have here desktop. Now here we have the various settings you could do. So we want to go for desktop wallpaper. That's what we want. So double click on it, and then you see here we have it not configured. So you enable that. And guys, the file you want to use as your wallpaper, or you want the file you want to be the user's wallpaper by default, all the pieces. Okay, on all the pieces, you're going to put its share path here. When I say share path, that is the link of that file to a share location. Okay, if you don't get what I'm saying, let's quickly see that. You can just go, okay, on the main controller, you can easily, or maybe on the file server somewhere, okay, you can just create, okay, a folder called storages. Okay, now these storages here, you should place in there your files, okay, the wallpaper you want to use, and the group policy settings. Okay, so I would try to get some picture and paste in that place. So I think I have a picture here. So, and basically guys, one thing you should know is everything you want to be using in the group policy, the softwares you want to use, the software you want to install, okay, the wallpaper, everything should be on a particular shared location, because you're going to be accessing all of them from a shared location. If it's not on a shared location, you can't access it through group policy. And another note is the setups we'll be installing must be a .msi, okay, package. We're going to get there and see. So these are wallpaper I want to be using. So I'm going to paste. I already created this, but just for practical purposes, I'll do it again. So I'll put all my files here. My Firefox, okay, it's a Windows installer package, that is .msi, not .exe. It has to be .msi. So I'm going to put in that all in my folder. Now guys, this folder needs to be shared. Okay, this folder needs to be shared. So what's going to happen is you right click on it, go for properties, sharing, share, and then you come down here to everyone doesn't mean that they will be able to delete or anything. Okay, and add, and then you can go for read write, okay, but don't be able to delete. So share. Now this is the part, it has been shared. Okay, it has been shared guys. So now we can go back to group policy management interface. And something else is, before we go there, let's take the path instead of writing it. So we'll come here to network. You can just type here /dc1 /. As you can see there, we have it, storage. So it's been shared. So in this case, you take that path and the name of your wallpaper as well. So we're going to paste it here. /, the name of our wallpaper is paper.jpg. That needs to be intact. As you can see, give you an example here, okay, that it has to be intact. If it's this for the local, but I prefer you use this. Okay, and then I'm going to go for fill and apply. Now this has been enabled, okay, for wallpaper. So automatically that any user in that particular OU, okay, would log on and would have a default wallpaper we've set for it. Alright, now doing that, we'll we also have here control panel. Okay, and here we also have here control panel. We have add and remove programs where we can set a lot of policies based on your requirements. Okay, guys, and you don't have to set all policies except you wanna kill your employees because they will definitely be so tired and be so bored of their pieces. Okay, so let's say the display should be, sorry, the wallpaper should be what we give it. So that is how you do it for all the settings, and that's what we want to do. And now, guys, after doing the users policy, now for the installation, we can't use the same policy. Okay, we have to go for the computer OU, go for the create a new policy here. So we're going to go for software installation. Okay, software underscore installation. Okay, guys, and then go for OK. So another policy has been created for the software installation on the computer's OU. Okay, so every policy or every software installed here will be installed, or every package we select here will be installed on the computers inside this particular computer's OU. So go for edit. Now when we go for edit, guys, this time around we'll go for computer configuration, and then you go for software settings, and then we have a software installation. So you right click on that and go for new package, guys. Now after doing that, you need to select the network location we used. Okay, I believe you saw how we did that, so let's go back there. Storage. Okay, guys, so as you can see here, we have the files. Okay, that is our setup. Okay, as for the shared file, okay, I created it again just for you to see how I created it. So that's how you could also do yours. Okay, so here I'm going to select my Firefox 3.6, and I'll go for assign yes and go for OK, and that will take a little time just to pop up here. So I'm gonna pause this video and get back when it's done. Okay, guys, it's done. So we'll add the next software. Go to file, software installation, new package, and I'm going to select my Movies Beacon because I also want to install Movies Beacon on those computers in that particular way. I'll go for assign. Okay, this came automatically. Alright, so fast. Okay, so now that's how, in case you have a lot of other softwares, make sure you just download the MSI Vision.msi version and you apply it here, and make sure that where you store them is on a shared location just like we created earlier. So make sure that's how you do it. So here we have these two softwares, and then you're going to just close it. You're already assigned. You can right click and go for redeploy application just to ensure that they are redeployed. So like just to ensure that they would work. Okay, you don't have to do that. I just want to do that just to push it, force it. Alright, so it's not something necessary you have to do. So it's trying to take some time to redeploy. Okay, so I'm going to also do this as well. Yes. Okay, and then you can close that. Now, guys, I've done that. You're not done yet. You right click on it. You go for enforced. Okay, and then user policy as well. You right click and go for enforced. Refresh. Okay, everything. You go for okay. Now that we've configured our policy, fingers crossed, we're going to log on into our PC. Okay, that is our client PC, to see if everything took effect. So our computers should have the two softwares we've given to it without we going to install it on it. And our users, when they log on, they should see a wallpaper will automatically applied. Okay, so let's go ahead to our Windows 8 client to see how possible that is. So I'm going to meet you all on the Windows 8 client. Okay guys, here we are on the Windows 8 client. So we set our username, our users we created was Vincent, and his password is this. Okay, we said he must change his password, so this should be his new password. And okay, so now this is how he's logging on. Okay, this system, it's a new system that is part of the network that has been joined to the domain. We use it for our configuration, and we use the user for our configuration. So everything we did should take effect right away. Okay, if it didn't, then you might have missed some step. Okay, so you go back to the video and check. Okay, our password has been changed, so go for OK and to welcome us to our system. Alright guys, so this is showing you that is a new system, like a new user logging onto the system. So and the system is part of a domain, so I'm gonna bypass all this Windows concept it's trying to show me, so I'll be with you when it's done. Okay guys, it's finally turned on. As you can see, I'm logged on here. Okay, let's go to our desktop. Yeah, this desktop I used. Okay, this is a wallpaper I used. Yeah, and the software is installed. Alright guys, that software is installed, so I can that wallpaper is default. Every user that is part of that OU, okay, would basically have this wallpaper. That's this wallpaper, and then the Mozilla when you installed. Okay, it's showing you that with the new installation, but the user has no right to install, so you installed everything all the way from there, and the user is able to use it. Alright guys, so this is actually an old version of Mozilla, but don't worry about that. So practical purposes. So now the user is able to browse and everything. So wait, my movie is booking as well. Okay, I have it there. So as simple as that. That's software. Those are the softwares I want to use. So guys, that is how you configure group policy. Okay, if let's say the user wants to uninstall, okay, uninstall the application. So go for settings here, uninstall program, and let's go for uninstalling my Mozilla Firefox. Yes, I'm trying to uninstall it. The user is not allowed to uninstall. Okay, so guys, that is it. Right, that's how you configure group policy. Okay, in your network. Okay, I believe you like this video. If you really like it, please thumbs up for me and subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Okay, thank you very much and God bless you. Bye.